Hello, my name is Jim DeMaio, and this is A Course in Miracles. Today we have Lesson 38. There is nothing my holiness cannot do. Your holiness reverses all the laws of the world. It is beyond every restriction of time, space, distance, and limits of any kind. Your holiness is totally unlimited in its power because it establishes you as a son of God, at one with the mind of his Creator. Through your holiness, the power of God is made manifest. Through your holiness, the power of God is made available. And there's nothing the power of God cannot do. Your holiness, then, can remove all pain, can end all sorrow, can solve all problems. I can do so in connection with yourself and with anyone else. It is equal in its power to help anyone because it is equal in its power to save anyone. If you are holy, so is everything God created. You are holy because all things he created are holy. And all things he created are holy because you are. In today's exercises, we will apply the power of your holiness to all problems, difficulties, or sufferings in any form that you may happen to think of, in yourself or because there are no distinctions. In the 4 longer practice periods, each preferably to last a full 5 minutes, repeat the idea for today. Close your eyes and search your mind for any sense of loss or unhappiness. Try to make it as little distinction as possible between a situation that is difficult for you and one that is difficult for someone else. Identify the situation specifically and ask the name of the person concerned. Use this form in applying the idea for today. In this situation involving fill in the blank, in which I can see myself, there is nothing that my holiness cannot do. In the situation involving fill in the blank, in which fill in the blank sees himself, there's nothing my holiness cannot do. From time to time, you may want to vary this procedure and add some relevant thoughts of your own. You might like, for example, to include thoughts as, there's nothing my holiness cannot do because my power of God lies in it. Introduce whatever variations appeal to you, but keep the exercise focused on the theme. There is nothing my holiness cannot do. The purpose of today's exercise is to begin to instill in you a sense that you have dominion over all things because of what you are. In the frequent, shorter applications, apply the idea in its original form unless a specific problem concerning you or someone else arises or comes to mind. In that event, use the more specific form in applying the idea to it. So you may recall that yesterday we talked about the W and the H. Our holiness is based on our wholeness. And our wholeness is based on our Creator who created the whole. Everything comes back to God. And you may have noticed in this reading, he subtly added that it takes place in the mind of God. This removes God from being a physical, limited being. This takes us to, in my opinion, theoretical physics. Theoretical physics right now is experimenting with mind over matter. That thinking controls energy. We already know energy controls form of matter. So, let me invite all of you today to join with me in being one mind. Let us share in this one mind. Let us come together in this one mind. This isn't so much about figuring things out. The ego is very prone to make arguments and figure things out. No, actually, I'm inviting you to a declaration of faith. We are one in the mind of God, and so we are one mind. And this one mind can heal the polar separation that we're experiencing in this world today. All of this separation, all of this conflict that we have all over the world, and very specifically right here in our own country, can be healed. There's nothing we can't do in our holiness, the holiness that comes from God. So this can be healed if we can join together in declaring the one mind. I invite you to join me. I join you now.